just going to breathe 3 times deeply, just to bring our body to noticing what's going on, or coming to. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One time, breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to take our left hand on our right knee with our right hand behind our backs. You want to extend the spine long, looking over your right shoulder, and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This last one, when you breathe in, make sure you twist a little deeper. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now we're going to switch sides, so our right hand is on our left knee and our left hand is behind our back. Extending our back, head over our left shoulder. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Once again, we're going on this last breath, we're going to breathe in and then twist a little deeper. And breathe out. Come back to center. Now we're going to bring our hands above our head, extending our spines long and hinge over our feet or our knees, reaching for the top of the mat. Now we're going to roll our hands over to our right side, stretching our sides of our ribs, still hinged over, breathing. If you'd like, you can stretch a little deeper on the right side just to get that really good stretch. You want to feel it on your ribs, on your left side. Now we're going to switch sides over to our left. With each breath, you really want to feel the breath going in between your ribs on your right side, leaning to your left. Come back to center and try to extend your spine just a little bit. And slowly come back up to easy seated position. Now you want to roll your knees back into tabletop position. And from here, we're going to do an easy breath in, bringing our hips up, our head up, our chest out, and lowering our back into cow position. And do a good inhale. Exhale, we want want to bring our belly button close to our spine while arching our back, bringing our hips in towards our chest and our chin close to our chest as well. Exhale, cat pose. Back to cow, bringing our hips back and our chest out, our head up. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, bringing our hips inward, our chest back in, our head down to our chest, arching our back. One more time, cow pose, hips out, chest out, chin up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, you want to crouch your back or arch your back, bringing your hips and bringing your chin to your chest. Good. Now we want to just wake up our hips and move in circular motions, bringing your hips around towards your right side. Make sure the top half of your body is still, but not too stiff. Bringing your hips around in circles, just loosening up and waking up your hips. Make sure your breath is steady. Now you want to reverse and go to the left side. Okay. Now, pushing your hands back slowly while keeping your knees firmly on the ground. You want to bring them together. Seated up. Chest up to the sky, hands placed behind your back. Cusping your hands together, arching your back towards the sky. Inhale. Release back to tabletop. Into cat pose. Back to cow pose. Seated down. Bringing your chest back up. Clasping your hands behind your back, opening your chest. Inhale. Hands back into tabletop. You want to tuck your toes and bend your knees. Slowly rise to downward dog. Pushing the mat forward, hands placed shoulder width apart, feet flat on the mat. Relax your ankles, hips in the air, and your spine flat. If you feel comfortable, try to engage your abs by bringing in your belly button close to your spine. You want to bring your heels up. And now we're going into plank pose. Rest here for the breath. Slowly go down to chaturanga 90 degrees angle into downward dog. Back down into chaturanga. Up to plank. Back to downward dog. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Downward dog. Bring it back to the mat. Up to chaturanga. To plank. Push back to downward dog. Now you want to bring your right leg back into three-legged dog. Bring your knee in between your hands for a low lunge. And you want to bring your torso up for warrior one. If you'd like, you can deepen the stretch, or you can remain where you are. Hands placed down into low lunge. Lift your back left knee and into warrior two. You want your left leg to be flat facing the front of your left side, your right leg facing the same way as your hands or your arms or your face. Deepen your knee, bring it back to peaceful warrior. Back down to warrior two. Twist your left knee slowly and go back down to low lunge. Slightly lift your left leg back into downward facing dog. Stay here for the breath. Make sure your abs are engaged. Now bring your left leg up for a three-legged dog. And we're going to place it in between our hands for low lunge. Up into warrior one. Hands back down for a low lunge. Up to warrior two. Deepen your stance. Peaceful warrior. Back down to warrior two. Back down to low lunge. Into down dog. Now we're going to roll into plank again. Slowly go into chaturanga, downward dog. Back down to the mat. We're going up to down dog. And revert into down. Up dog, down to down dog. Back to three-legged dog. With your right foot in the air. We're going to place our right foot next to our right hand for lizard pose. You can lower your left knee down, bringing in the stretch. And I encourage you to try to bring your forearms down to the mat if that is uncomfortable. You can have your hands straight down. You want to really feel the stretch in your right hip. Now we're going back up. And we're going to push our right foot forward and lengthen, bringing our chest up. We're doing kneeling cow. Feel the good stretch in your right leg. Back up to a lunge. Bringing your hands back in. Your left knee up. Back into down dog. Now, we're going to bring our left leg back in the air. Place it on the outside of our left hand into lizard's pose, bringing our right knee down. Crouching down. Feeling that stretch in our left hip. Bring it back up. You want to slowly bring your left foot forward towards the mat, straightening it out, leaning forward. Back to a lunge. Back to lizard. And push back to downward facing dog. Now you want to bring your knees down, back to tabletop, and we're going to do cow. So you want to bring your hips back, out, belly low, chest up, head up. Inhale, exhale, cat, arch your back, hips in, head down. Back to cow. Back to cat. And one more time, cow. And cat. Now you want to swing your knees around. Have your legs flat on the ground. We're going to bring our right leg in. Our left leg is flat out, straight in front of us, and we're going to hinge over. Bring it back up. We're going to switch legs. So bring your left leg back out, your left leg in, and your right leg flat out. And you're going to hinge over. spine straight and long and hinge over. You can go as low as you can. If you feel more comfortable with having your hands on your ankles or on your thighs, that's perfectly fine. Just try and bring your spine to stretch flat and low. Now we're going to bring our left hand on our right thigh, doing an easy twist to your right side. Head over your right shoulder and twist. For this breath, you want to hold for 2 and deepen the twist. So breathe in, and hold and deepen. And release. Now you want to extend your left arm on your right leg as close to your ankle as possible while bringing your right hand towards the sky in behind you and twist. This last breath, hold it in and deepen the twist. Alright, bring it down slowly and come to face forward. Now we're going to switch sides. We're going to have our right hand on our left thigh, our left hand behind our backs. Easy twist to the left. Head over your left shoulder and breathe. With this last breath, I invite you to twist a little deeper by breathing in, twisting and holding, and then release, okay? So breathe in, twist, and release. Come to the front. Now you want your right hand to go close to your left ankle, bringing your left hand up into the air, back behind you, and twist. With this breath, you want to breathe in, twist a little deeper, and release. Ready? Breathe, twist, and release. Okay. Now we're going to have our feet flat on the mat, our backs flat on the ground as well. You want to lift your buttocks, bringing your hands clasped underneath, and we're going to push our abdomen up towards the air for bridge pose. So, ready and push. You really want to feel it in your spine and in your thighs. Try to bring your shoulders in a little bit to help push your abdomen up towards the air. Hold and release. And we're going to do it again. Ready? Bring your arms underneath you. Shoulders as close together as possible. And push. And release. One last time. Arms underneath you. Shoulders together and push. And release. Now we're going to bring our feet to meet each other. Letting gravity do all the work, pushing our legs downward. One hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. And breathe. You really want to feel the stretch in your hips, opening your hips, allowing your knees to fall to the ground. It's a gentle stretch. Now you want to bring your knees together, bringing your legs up, hooking your pointer finger and your thumb finger around your big toes. Have your knees be as wide as your body and pull towards you slightly and gently. Happy baby. And release. Bring your knees flat on the ground. Wiggle it out. And now you want to bring your knees in. Hug your knees. Do a great big inhale. Squeeze your knees. And release. Savasana. Just feel your breath, feeling your body. Feel the rise of your stomach as the air involves itself. Feel everything just melting away. Bring awareness to your toes and your fingers. You can lay here for a minute or two, or you can roll to your right side, slowly bringing yourself up to a seat.